Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn GCP with Mahesh. So in our 17 videos in 17 hours challenge, we are doing our 14th video. We are coming very close. So the question now is how to call a REST API from Google Cloud Functions. You may say this is very basic, but definitely there's a trick which you need to remember when you're calling a REST API via Google Cloud Functions. Let's look into that. Before we directly go into Google Cloud Functions console page, I have a small function, a Python function written called as REST API, which will call this method where it's going to send a post request to this URL. That's it. Let's try to run that. This is running in my local laptop and let's see the output. So it should just send the response. The response should be printed based on the line number 8. That's it. It's just printing the content. Good. Now what we can do now is we are going to just copy this text and we are going to put it in our cloud functions. That's what we are going to do. Let me make sure I have copied it. Yes. So we are in our GCP's Google Cloud Function console page. Let me click on create function and let's use Python because the code is written in Python. I'll call this as simple REST API. All right. So since ours is going to be very small function, 128 MB of RAM is good enough. The trigger has to be HTTP. That's good. And I wanted to allow unauthenticated invocation so that I can easily test it out. And coming to the source, I'm going to change the runtime to Python 3.7. And what I'm going to do is there's a hello world example. I'm going to remove this. Before removing it, just wanted to show, please always leverage the sample code which Google provides. There are, even though it is very simple, hello world, please don't take it lightly. Look at this pattern. If you see, there's a definition, hello world, there's a argument called as request. Remember, there's an argument called as request, and that is based on which the entire function is called. Now, if I just select all and replace it with my code, let's see what happens. Click on OK, and the name of the function which I need to evoke is REST API. All good. And the closest region for me is going to be Hong Kong. I'm just going to change it to Hong Kong. That's it. What I did, I just gave a name, use HTTP trigger, made allow unauthenticated invocation, and pasted my code, replacing the hello world code. That's it. And I have chosen the region of my choice, the closer region. Let's click on deploy. It should take a couple of minutes for the cloud functions to be deployed. Once it gets deployed, we'll try to evoke it by clicking on the endpoint. Let's just wait for a minute or so for this to be deployed. All right, the cloud function is deployed and it's deployed in Hong Kong. Let me click on the cloud function's name and I should get the trigger by clicking on the trigger tab. This is my URL or the endpoint. Let me click on this. Now, if I just zoom this, and you should get an error message like this. Why? It worked very well in my laptop. The same code line by line, I have copied it into cloud function. It did not work. Now, if it's not working as expected, the best friend is always the logs. Just click on log and see what has really gone wrong. Is there anything specific in GCF we have to do? Let's verify that by looking into the logs. Now I have opened the cloud functions, the log page, which is nothing but stack, so-called or erstwhile stack driver logging. Now it's called as operations logging. And you see the function was evoked at 11:03 a.m. It started, but it has crashed. It executed for took 26 milliseconds. And if I try to open or expand this log, it says it crashed. That's it. Nothing else it shows. And this error message is also not easy. And just for your information, I'm not a Python guy, so it does not give me any idea what has gone wrong. Now, how do I fix it? Simple. So go back to your cloud functions. Remember, there was a hello world example. We did not even took a look into that so carefully. So if I just go back to the cloud functions, create cloud functions page and select the runtime as Java 8, look into this function, and it was simple one, but the most important thing was this request argument. We did not pass this in our cloud function or in our function which we wrote, REST API. So just copy this and let's go back and let's try, and even though we are not using it, pass this. That could be handy is what I have seen. Let's click on this existing cloud functions, click on edit, and let's edit the code inline and make sure we pass that. So just add that argument. All right, if you just pass that argument, click save and deploy it one more time, you should be able to fix it. Let's wait for it to be deployed. All right, our cloud function has been successfully deployed. Version 2 is deployed. Now let's go ahead and refresh the screen and see whether we get a better response. It's okay, meaning everything has done properly because there was no output. Okay is what, it's a good this thing. And if I go to my this thing and minimize this and stream this, we should see the output. We had a print statement in our Python code, so it should have outputted the content. So you see it has successfully executed this time, and this is the output. Something very similar which we had seen in our local machine. So the trick which I wanted to share is looks very basic, but very handy option. Make sure you always pass this request parameter. That's very important. Always leverage the sample code. Please don't underestimate the sample code. They are really helpful. So that's the video which I wanted to share, how to call a REST API from Google Cloud Function. Very basic but really tricky. So that's our video 11 number 14. Thank you for watching.